Everybody, and welcome back to another SoTap tutorial, and in today's lesson I'll be showing you how to draw the graffiti letter I in 6 different ways. So let's go. In today's video we'll be going through how to draw the graffiti letter I. This is one of these letters that a lot of people just treat as like a throwaway letter, the same way a lot of people do O. But to be honest with you, I actually like letter I because it's a lot more diverse than most, as it comes in two forms, like all letters do, capital and the little letter. And the good thing is the two have quite a different variation. So let me just tell you what I mean. So I'll show you in the middle. So the capital I is just one line, so one shape, and obviously then it's two smaller ones on top and bottom. So that'll be like your capital. And with the little I, you get to use this round shape on top with a smaller rectangle. This actually opens up a whole variety of different letters you can pull off using the same letter I. And what I mean by this is, I'll basically show you what I mean. It's a lot more easier to describe if I do that. So let's just take this I first, little I, and for this, take shape number 1, and I'm just going to throw it up a bit slanted than usual. Here I'll keep the first one real simple, and then we move into more complex layers as we move on to the next one. So shape 1. Here we'll just do a rectangle, slowly getting bigger as it goes to the top. So it's got this very slight incline as it comes up, and from here I'm just going to throw off just a small handle. And when I mean throwaway letter, I don't mean as in it's a bad way. I mean it fits nice with pretty much any piece. Say if you have like a B here and then like an S, it always just fits a nice area. It fills nicely in fills the blank areas in nicely. And here we can just do a circle like so. Obviously not all I's are going to be this simple. I'm just showing you how you can make a stylized letter that quick and that simple, just using this letter. But it really does work. I'm not stressed with this sort of letters. It really stresses well with two surrounding bigger letters, like even S, I, then a big powerful B could sit on top, and that's how it, well, for me, I've found it's really effective. I'm going to grab yourself a marker pen now, go over the whole lot, blacken out all the lines, and then we'll move on to a way more complex letter I on the next one. Okay, so that is the simplest form I'll be showing you today, and that's really what I want to get out the way. So now we can move on to things that obviously have a bit more style and a bit more complexity to them. So basically we understand the two shapes, the little circle and then the first rectangle. We're going to do the same thing again, but this time loosen up the first shape here, this rectangle. And to do so, I'm just going to start off by putting a smaller line here and then a bigger line like so. So small and big. And the main goal here is I'm trying to line this point up with this. But instead of doing a straight line, which you can also do, I'm going to try and give it more of a bend. So start off coming into the shape. And as I slowly come down, I'm pulling away and I'm going to hit that point and bring it in. And likewise, it's going to be on this side here. I'm going to bring it coming across just like so. So you've got this slanted rectangle shape. From this point onwards, I'm actually going to do an old school thing and just throw a heart here at the bottom of the eye. Just do this heart shape. And at the top here, I'm actually going to add myself, like we done here, a little notch that just comes at the top. I'm doing the exact same, just up here, like so, and bring it around. Now this gives us a lot of ample opportunity to then throw a shape up here. And instead of the circle that we've done here, let's mix it up and maybe have something that complements this shape. So it's coming up and it's throwing this way, so that has way more character than if we just had the simple circle. Like so. And this one has a lot more funk. As you can see, it's got a bit more complexity in line work, and just overall, I wouldn't say better, because obviously it depends on the letters being placed. This could be amazing in a certain place and could look horrible in another place. And same with this one. Me personally, I really like the simple style when it comes to the I. I like it to sit hidden between two bigger letters. But each their own. This is what I like to preach a lot of, is you need to find your own way to do things, and I can just show you a few things I've learned on my path, my journey, and hopefully it resonates with you and you find something you like from that and then can take on board and improve your own artwork. So yeah, once again, your marker pen, go over the whole thing until you're left with the final result. And there we have it, guys. That's just a second way of how you can draw the graffiti layer eye. As you can see, a lot more difference in the two. I really actually enjoy this one, but I think for different purposes you could use both of these and they both look really cool within a piece. So yeah, you just got to choose which one what style you need for the lettering that you are drawn towards. For this one, we're going to start off, as we've done two of the lowercase, let's show you guys how to do one uppercase for sure this time around. So sort of similar, this time let's bend it the other way. Gonna have it so small at the top, long at the bottom, and the same principle. If we just line these two up, like so. Actually, let's keep this one quite sharp. Keep it sharp, and what I mean by that is we're gonna keep it quite square-like instead of trying to put a lot of curvature on it. And here with this, I'm gonna try and work through squares throughout as I'm building this up. So there's one, and all I'm gonna do is remember the second and third shape. So for this, let's actually just put two rectangles in for now. One, and just the top is smaller. For me, that's just way too simple. It doesn't actually look that great. I don't think it has much style. Maybe if it was on a train or something, or you had a big block platform and you just wanted to really concentrate on blocky letters, then by all means roll with this. But for now, I'm actually going to aim to make it smaller on this side. So 0 line coming in, and maybe here I'm just going to shoot it off, and on this side I'm just going to make it similar but a lot thicker this side. So first of all, for the guidelines, you end up with something that looks roughly like this, and here I can overlap this to connect the shapes like so. And halfway through I'm actually going to split the eye and have a connective piece. So just this two little lines that give it a different sort of shape to the base. And at top I'm actually just going to bend this, so keep the original sort of rectangle but bend it hugely and add two downward notches for each side. Or maybe one side actually, keep the balance. And maybe just round it off like this. And from here actually I might, for a thin line, coming across and connecting to a simple arrow, which is just a rectangle. A cool way to do arrows actually whilst we're here, because I don't think I showed you with other letters, is if you just do a box like so, and then you want to go from the middle of the box, draw a line, and basically from this line in the middle you want to mirror each side. So it comes across down, comes across down, and there's so many different ways you can actually draw your arrows. I'm actually doing another tutorial separately where I just go through arrows, because there's like so many different ways to draw these different arrows. If you have like this sort of look, you can do it so it's just these small little notches if you really wanted to. Thicker at the top, there's so many different ways, but that's a whole lesson in itself. And once you're happy now, grabbing your pencils, you can actually easily adjust the things you want to adjust now. So I'm actually going to lose this, which I thought would look good in place to begin with. And I'm kind of just going to keep this rounded, coming in and rounded, so it still is connected to the bottom. Maybe throw an extra shape off the side here. And probably leave it for today. Grab yourself your marker once again. You know the score by now. Go over the whole thing and then we'll move on to the fourth letter I of the day. Okay, that is the third graffiti letter I that I'll be showing you today. And basically what I'm trying to do with these lessons is show you different variations or styles that you can use. That way, with the more things you sort of know, then you can apply to your pieces and fit in with your own style. Because I'm hoping already you've got some sort of style, like some sort of concept of how to build your own letters. So let's say you have an S, for example, that's a lot more flowy. You can then just take this I, tweak it a little bit, or even just steal the whole thing completely and take it as your own. And then you can then you can just run with that and keep going with that until you get to a place you're happy with. That's basically what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 3 different blocky, flowy, real simple. And now I'll just show you a fourth graffiti letter I that you can also do for the day. For this, let's keep it super loose. A super loose I for today. So real. The best way to do this is to keep your wrist real loose. when coming up to the paper. And here I'm just going to do a super curvy line, just like this. So it comes up, a straight line, come up a little bit, curve this way and whip it back. And here I'll just keep a little block on top. So here I've got a block on the top, a little square, a little rectangle at the bottom. And coming off the top here, I'm just going to thicken this line up. So when I put the skeleton line up, I'm going to curve it around with that, like so. Overthrow a little bit, and what I mean by overthrow is, a lot of people would stop the line there, go directly up, but sometimes you can actually put the shape so it comes out and then it continues back in. That way it gives it a really cool illusion, like the line's got a lot more like gravity just being chucked that way. And I try to show you these lessons as well, it's like the terminology may not be the best, and I understand that, but also with letters, I find it hard to talk and almost show you the process of what my mind's going through. So the best way I can do that is just by drawing and demonstrating it and describing as best I can. But I hope it's making sense to some of you. And if it's not, I suppose you can always go find a dope TV graffiti lesson somewhere, I'm sure, and he'll tell you how to do it. But yeah, once it's all in place, I'm probably gonna do something cool and use this sort of shape. And the main goal of why I'm doing this shape is because I'm following it. So it's got this curvature and it can also be thrown this way now. And if you're really creative, you could do something cool, like turn that into a speech bubble. And let's just say you put a heart in here or something that stands out. It gives it a lot more of a unique feel. And that's just from the top of the head, top of my dome. Yeah, real different, real like mechanical looking, a lot of flow and a lot of stumpy shapes to block it off. Here as well, just throw it a bit extra, like a flag, come to the side, like that. And once you're happy with your graffiti letter I, the same process again, you're going to grab yourself a marker pen, keep all the solid lines you want to be keeping through the letter, and just avoid anything which you later want to rub out. And we'll move on to the next letter from there. And there we have it, guys, that's the fourth graffiti letter I am going to be showing you today, and I really hope you can really get the main point of how I'm trying to show you completely different and versatile styles. Each I is like almost separate, because you can even say that's done by different artists, and like I said before, just gravitating you towards something you like. You may even hate all of them, to be honest with you, bro. If you do hate all of them, let me know in the comment section. I'd love to see what you're saying. But yeah, I'll be showing you another 2 eyes for today, and I think we're going to wrap the lesson up there. If you've been sticking along so far and you're enjoying it, let me know in the comments. Leave a little comment, a like, and subscribe, all that good YouTube jazz. So yeah, we'll be drawing the 5th graffiti letter I of today. And for this one, I'm actually going to go a completely different direction and go really thin, a thin rectangle shape. Let's move this so you can see a little bit. Okay, so make sure you guys can see fine. Yeah, I'm gonna go kind of really thin in the center and show how you can use thin and thick lines to create almost completely different, just different shapes. So here will be the thin bit, will be more of the stem, and here I kind of want to go into something bigger. So I'm just literally going to throw in a random block off the side, and that will come up on top like this. And with this shape in place, I think I'll play around and put a thin line coming up. And my main goal here is I'm going to try and connect something that also connects to the base form, but also goes off the eye, like on top here, and this bit here. And for this, let's do a love heart shape. Similar to this. But with a bit more character than the other one. and then we'll just connect it just like so. Maybe have it dripping down. And once again, I am really trying to just completely change up the style. And I hope you guys appreciate it and kind of see what I'm trying to do as I draw and show you guys. For the base now, because of the width of the heart, I'm trying to sort of mirror that a bit more towards the bottom, which you don't have to do. Obviously, once again, it depends on the letters that sit on either side of the eye that you're drawing. But because it's just the eye by itself, like so. Now, this is another interesting thing, I'll be honest with you. Here's the first line I put in place, and here's the second one. But I kind of like the fact it kicks off like this, so by throwing a few lines and testing it out, you can actually create new shapes, and I'll show you how. I'm actually now going to keep this, which was also my initial plan. I was going to bring it along and use this like that, and just to connect it in. And that just creates something which wasn't planned, but obviously looks cool. I think it looks really cool, and adds something different. So when you do put your stuff online, if your goal is to get more exposure, the main key I can give to you is to stand out, and the only way you're going to stand out is to be different. So anything that you think you're ashamed of or flaws in your artwork or lettering, sometimes if you actually work at it, you can actually turn those flaws into power. And once you do that, you create something unique. I mean, look at Reebok, for example. His pieces are absolutely crazy. Now he just draws these chaotic lines on walls, but it's so different. Straight away, once again, he stands out from everyone else, especially coming from a graffiti background. But yeah, completely different style once again. Grabbing your marker, align the whole thing, and then we'll actually end the lesson with the last letter. But yeah, I'll take it when we get there. Let's go. There we have it. That's 5 graffiti letter eyes for everyone today with you guys and girls. Really enjoy actually bringing these lessons to you and being able to show you a few things. And I like the fact I can really bring a complete different styles, like complete variation of different styles for everybody, because every single one of you is different who watches these videos. And the one thing I really don't like artists that say this is how you do it 100%. It's up to you. And I really want you to find out what you enjoy to draw and what style you really resonate with. And hopefully I'm just a hand that's guiding you a little bit in the direction, and maybe something you really like today, you can take yourself and you can really go home, work with it, and build upon the skills that interest you. And that's the main thing. Just find out what you enjoy doing and what really interests you. And hopefully get something from it. I really hope you do. Always with the tutorials that I've been doing for you guys, and I cannot believe we're up to the letter I already, and trust me, these two take some time to make. And as you've been previously known, the last letter, I'm just going to leave the camera on time lapse. Not going to do the fancy shots, just straight over shot. And my main principle, my thought processes are, I'm looking to take all the elements from the 5 eyes I've done for you today and mix and match it all until I get a letter which is a combination of all my favourite bits. So yeah, I'll waste no more time with that. Grab us up a pencil, and I'll talk to you probably in about 8 seconds of the time lapse. Okay everybody, and that's the end of today's lesson, how you at home can draw the graffiti letter I, not in 1, not in 2, 3, 4, 5, but 6 different ways. And to be honest, with this last graffiti letter I today, I actually took myself by surprise. I actually really liked the way it came out with the shape and the structure of it all. So yeah, definitely up there, next to this one as well. But let me know in the comment section which one you thought was the best today. I'd really like to have your feedback, and if there's anything in this video you feel I left out, I can explain further to you. Please leave me a comment. I'll try and get back to as many as I can, and I'll also obviously want to help you and guide you as best I can. Yeah, so that's pretty much that. As always on this channel, I need to say thank you to everybody for the growth, because it's just crazy. It actually blows my mind. I've done art for this long and now it's getting some traction. It blows my mind. And as always at the end of these videos, I need to thank the people who sponsor this, and that's the people over on my Patreon team. So thank you all so much, because without you we would not be able to give back to people and share this knowledge basically. And as always on this channel, I need to welcome the new Patreons, and that is Dennis Treetow and Forsten Putzig. So welcome to the team. I hope you enjoy the benefits and the secret private lessons. Yeah, I think I'm rambling now. It's been quite a chill one to teach you this. I've really enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and always keep creating and do your best. Until next time, the next video, stay well, peace, and one love.